The third year in a row, lawmakers will be at the Capitol to attempt to overturn some of the governor's vetoes. With a number of different bills to choose from, it's hard to tell where the focus will be once things get rolling.
Our Capitol correspondent Chris Rosado gives us an idea of how things might play out. Chris.
So between the LGBT culture war bills, the state budget, and several tax bills, lawmakers will certainly have enough options on the table, but only a little amount of time to make a decision. This week's veto override session will be a hard one to predict, with many lawmakers focused on their re-election campaigns, while others who are term limited no longer facing political pressure from voters.
It's very close to a coin flip, and I'm just slightly leaning toward it not happening, but would not be surprised in the least if those vetoes are overridden.
Peter Robbins-Brown with Louisiana Progress, a left-leaning advocacy group at the Capitol, says support and unity among House members is strong, but it's another story over in the Senate, and lawmakers will need both chambers to pull anything off or run the risk of spending your money for a failed veto override session.
It's really going to come down to a few kind of key senators, Democrat Katrina Jackson, and then Republicans Fred Mills and Jay Rogers Pope, who didn't vote to come back for this veto override session.
With vetoes placed on bills other than the culture war issues, the big question is where the energy will be channeled most. Republican Dodie Horton gives us a clue.
The center focus should be protecting our children from irreversible procedures and from indoctrination in schools. That should be our number one priority. In fact, that's what I've been receiving the most amount of phone calls and emails from.
The governor vetoed Horton's bill, which would have prevented discussion of sexual orientation inside classrooms. She also had a few local projects of hers cut through the governor's line item vetoes in the budget. She hopes her and her colleagues can overturn as much as possible within 5 days.
So we do have other priorities. And so I'm hoping that we'll be able to have an opportunity to override those as well.
Representative Horton tells me she anticipates things to be wrapped up after only 3 days, with bipartisan support on most of the culture war vetoes, but others are not so sure.
This doesn't seem like the thing that we need to be fighting over, but that's where we are right now.
So lawmakers will gavel in to get things started around noon tomorrow, and we'll be there to bring you whatever else comes next. Chris Rosado, WAFB 9 News, back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you.